Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer Kraken Games 2022 Spring Tournament. This is a Pod F for forfeit match between the Hangry Canuck and Wildham. I'm DM Stewart 1981 on comms. Up here with me in the booth / tracking is Papa Ducks. He'll mostly be tracking. He'll come in as he can with some comms. We've got 4 forced in our party today. The fighter, I'll go through the blursings real quick. Fighter gets the black shirt and 10 agility, but -5 on his luck. Red mage gets the X-Cal and +20 MDef and -1 hit % per level. Thief gets black belt vitality and 10 strength, but gets black mage strength growth. The black belt gets 20 agility, fighter strength, but -15 vitality. We have for our flags, we've got incentive items in ice, in Earth Cave beyond the gating, so on the 4th floor of Earth Cave, ordeals, Guy, Marsh, and I know I'm missing one.
It's Ice, Ordeals, Marsh, Earth behind the rod plate, and Sky.
I'm not missing one. We also have all of our normal incentive items with our NPCs. We also have reversed dungeons, so our dungeons are mirrored horizontally. Yeah, with the black mage strength growth, that thief may just be a Dan, may just be Dirt Nap Dan.
The plus agility still makes him a good dodge tank. It's going to be interesting to see which characters these players keep alive. With 3 melees, you don't need all 3 of them. It's just going to slow down your leveling. So it'll be interesting to see what decisions they make.
Yeah, it will be. It also may depend on what black magic you have at levels 1 through 4. Like if you have an early nuke, if you've got an early nuke, you might be able to. You might put up. You might keep the thief up. You know, because after promotion, thief will get slots black magic for 1 through 4.
Yeah, the thief is useful for that, especially if they get an early tail as well and can do the early promotion. But then that hampers the black belt and his magic defense. So again, going to be interesting to see which way they decide to go with it.
Well, with this party, I almost think you might Dan the black belt, as sacrilegious as that is to me. Hangry finds an encounter right off of the reset. We've got Invis 2, but it is not Red Mage learnable. We've got Ice 2, Temper, and Bane at level 1 black. I didn't notice anything else of note. Fog 2 and Life, which is Red Mage learnable. That's a good find. Wood +2, Iron -1, and something. I didn't see anything good. I didn't notice what was in the. Here we go. We'll see here. Ooh, expensive houses. And we get a free bridge, but not anything else free. There are 2 items loose. Hangry, that's the wrong way. I made that mistake this morning. In a seed. And 4,500 gold. And Hangry's just gonna go. A cabin and 3,000 gold. That's a. Oh, unrunnables. Unrunnable bones. Wildham gonna head for Garland. As downed Garland. We get adamant from the king. And crystal from Sarah. All right, Papa Ducks, if you get that set of things, where are you going first? You going to adamant, or are you going to Provoca first?
Going to Provoca first. Grab that and hit Matoya on the way.
I agree with that play.
And then turn the adamant in. Hopefully you get the ship between one of those two items, and then hit the adamant on your way to Elfland.
Even better would be to get ship and canoe out of that. Our crystal becomes the slab. Come on up to the lab. See what's on the slab. Yeah, but even better would be ship and canoe, because that makes turning in that adamant real quick.
Yeah. And opens up more options.
Yeah.
You can go straight to Volcano if you choose, or Crescent and then Volcano. It's always a plus if you're able to knock out your loose items before or early in the seed.
Yeah, it is. Of course, the loose items cannot be in an incentivized dungeon, by the way. Just so that people know. Hangry gets his adamant and his crystal. And Wildham knocks out the pirates, gets the rod. While that is a super green pickup, cabins are cheap, houses are expensive. And we have not seen a shop item yet. Yes. Cabins are cheap, houses are not. I always hate when houses are real expensive in these seeds. Because that's usually my go-to. That means I have to... Ooh, level 2 fade. Level 2 fade. That is definitely an argument for keeping the fighter alive through promotion. Because that'll be an extra 4 charges of fade. Not anything really useful in level 2 black. Hangry does not choose to go over to Provoca. That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. And that adamant's going to turn into the ship.
That could be big, because that'll save some time getting around, getting it earlier.
And we've got loose item number 1. We've got a TNT. It's dynamite. And it's in Dwarf Cave. It's in the 2 Dwarf Greed chests. And that gives us a ruse stick. Oh! Oh, wolves with squint. Wait, is squint the instant death? Or is glare the instant death?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I cannot remember.
They're both instant death. And Wildham turns that TNT in for the ruse stick. Yeah. Hey, it could be worse. It could be worse. It could be stone poison imps. Or worse, or even worse, stone touch hydras. There's lit 2. There's lit 2 at level 2. Life 2 at level 3 white. But it was slot 4, and I don't think that's red mage learnable. I think that's...
At level 3, no, it's not.
I think that's promotion locked.
Heal 3 is also slot 2, which is also not red mage learnable.
Yeah, that one's not even red wizard learnable, if I recall correctly. There's a lit 3 at level 4 black. Hangry picks up the rod. So right now both players are doing effectively the same checks. And there was not a shop item. Yeah, these are... So that pretty much means that progression, that either the canoe or the canal has to be in marsh. That's giving me flashbacks. That's giving me flashbacks to this morning's seed.
Oh, let there be an unrunnable phantom.
Let there be something unrunnable that's nasty. Give me some nasty unrunnable here.
Wildham making his way down for the marsh item.
Yep. Doing a little walk and grind on the way.
Never a bad plan.
Oh. Yeah, there's Pickles and Beer in chat wanting the same thing. Come on, unrunnable phantom. Bane Axe. We got a Bane Axe, which...
Makes early sea and skydives possible.
Yes, it does. It's Gersharks. Where's the fun in that? And they're runnable. But that's a cran. Excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Speaking.
Wildham working his way out of marsh right now. Looks like Hangry is on his way there. About a minute and a half separating the two runners right now. There's another pack that brings up bad memories.
I am back. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
It was Crown. Wildham's making the way back up through marsh. That was the one thing. The nice thing about that seed this morning was having exit. Was having level 1 exit.
Yes, it was very necessary at points.
And now, if you're Wildham, do you go straight up? Yeah, he's going straight up to turn in that crown.
As long
I'm
as you
not
have
sure.
a couple spell charges and a save item to save outside, that's probably the right play.
I didn't see what Astos was giving.
It is the canal.
It is the canal. So
Yes.
that is... Well, we knew it had to be canoe or canal. Oh, poison touch Grimps. Poison touch Grumps. And Hangry has downed both Thief and Black Belt. And that might not be the bet. This might be the play to run a 2-man. To run 2 Light Warriors down.
Definitely work, and you don't need to bring the fighter up as high to grind him up later as you would the black belt. And he's
Right.
definitely not as squishy as the thief, especially pre-promotion. So it's a winning play. We'll see how it works out for him.
Yeah, it's a bold move. Let's see how well it works out for him. And with the rod, I think this is the right play to go straight for Earth.
Yeah, still looking for the canoe. Not much sense in going and hoping that the canoe is at the sages. Go clear what you can now.
Oh, unrunnable blue D. But it downs quick, and it's not bad XP. And then Wizard.
Potential grind tile if he wants to keep that black belt.
Even a grind tile for the fighter.
This is true. And much better than the wizards that are past it.
Yes, agreed. But Wildham nopes out and is going to go and see what else is down here. There are certain enemies that are really nasty to get, like touch effects. Things like gargoyles and medusas that get tons of hits.
Yeah. And anything that comes in a large pack really is potentially dangerous.
Yes, anything that comes in large packs is also bad. Like Gerwolves. Like if Gerwolves were to have, say, Blaze.
Arachnids having, stun touch and glare.
Yeah. Yeah, those would be bad days.
Yeah.
Hangry finds that Bane Axe. All these unrunnable packs here in Earth. I suppose that's good because it means there's fewer unrunnable packs later.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good when you're starting out, but it definitely helps later.
And Hangry gets that crown. Did Hangry wipe? Did Hangry have a wipe?
I don't believe so. I think he just took the time to kill off the 2
Okay.
other party members.
Oh, this could potentially be an ugly party if the script shuffles bad. 5 werewolves and 4 gerwolves.
Yeah.
And Hangry is looking to make his way back out. Yes, I will agree with that, Saracen. This is a fun 4 forced for certain values of fun. And Hangry gets that big werewolf gerwolf pack too. Now let's see what our incentive is in Earth. Soft potion gets some money. Silver helm -1. There's a bottle. That is our incentive. That is our Earth incentive, is the bottle. And yes, these ideas of things like blaze gerwolves and stone touch imps and such. This is just random things we're coming up with. It doesn't have anything to do with any kind of like seed we ran earlier or anything.
Yeah, no bearing on anything else.
And Wildham just about to jump into a speed bump fight. And that's a purple rib speed bump.
Hangry has grabbed the canal, and I'm assuming he will be on his way to Earth.
I think it's the reasonable play. And that's a speed bump fight down for Wildham. Earth Orb is lit.
So we know now that the canoe will be at the sages, or will be an item that leads to the canoe.
Yep. Yeah, sages has to be. Yes, because there's no oxyale.
It's basically the canoe or the adamant are the only things it could be. Or the ruby.
Right, canoe, adamant, ruby, floater. No, can't be
It
floater.
couldn't be the floater because you can't get that without
no dock. No dock.
Oh, that's true. Phoenix is right. It could be the Oxy and Crescent and the loose canoe in the sea.
Ooh.
And it could be the key. It could be a loose item in one of the key locks. Yeah, there's still a lot of options.
Yeah, there's options. There's options. But we know that it must lead to the canoe.
Correct. Ooh, nuke at level 5 and warp.
But is either one of them promotion locked? Which is slot 3, if I recall correctly.
I don't play a whole lot of Red Mage, so I'm not sure about warp, but nuke was definitely learnable.
And harm 4 and wall. No, nuke is learnable. Nuke and warp are both learnable. Yes, Hangry headed for Crescent Lake because At this point, that's the last location. That's a last location deal. It has to be Crescent Lake. Crescent Lake must lead to progression. And Wildham also down to the fighter and red mage. And that may be where both of these players are going to go from here. Let's see what Crescent Lake's got for us. We are also looking for that. There's a key. There's a key as a shop item at Crescent Lake. Okay, Wildham is going with a 4-person party. Fire 3 and Quad X at level 6 for black magic, and he didn't go in white. And that's a ruby. Oh, that's right. On-rack shop could be. That's right. Crescent didn't have to be progression because it could have been on-rack shop. And Wild is headed for Ruby. For the Ruby turn-in and Sarda. Opal, Arn Stick. There's nothing in Titan's Tunnel of note. Sarda's got for us the herb. So we can continue with more fetch quests.
Gotta love an early fetch quest chain.
And yes, that does help out Hangry's routing. Saracen makes a good point in chat. One-step hard reset desert encounter grind is a real possibility. Because there is an encounter on the first step off the hard reset. The herb gets us the floater, which is useless as of yet because we don't have a canoe. Which tells us we have loose canoe and a key locked. So we have a key locked loose canoe. There's a ribbon and a pro cape. Yes, that is correct, Cyranus. We are hunting for a loose canoe behind the key locked. Which is just disgusting. Wildham headed to do the key locked marsh. No, key locked northwest.
Marsh has always got to be last.
Yeah.
Too much of a pain getting down there.
Okay, nothing there. Frost Days. Frosties and Mummies. Oh, no, Marsh can't have the loose. Even key locked?
Oh, right, because it's incentivized.
Because it's incentivized dungeon. I would have thought maybe not. I'm not sure. Could
No,
be
it can.
dwarf.
It can't have. It can be dwarf, Elfland, Canaria, Topher locked.
Well, it's not. It's
Northwest.
not Elfland. It's not Elfland or Northwest because those have been checked.
And it could be TFC. Oh, let it be TFC.
It can't be TFC because we have no way to get another. We have no way to get to TFC. We don't have Oxy Elf.
Oh, right.
No, nothing yet. Flame armor. There's an Excal, which that red mage can use. But no incentive item. No incentive item in Dwarf Cave. Which puts us in Corneria or Topher, or Temple of Fiends. So let's see if it's a Corneria. Soft, Flame Sword +1, and Ice Sword -2. Silver Dagger, 224 gold. It's in Topher. It's in Temple of Fiends. I think Wildham is puzzling that out now. And here we go. And that's the Giants. There's our canoe. Loose canoe, and Wildham nopes right out. Well, but is going to go check the other two chests because this is definitely a I'm not sure what Hangry's up to. 'Cause he's found the shop item. Now Hangry's figured it out. Because he's found the shop item and it can't be Oxyale. And Wildham is in the air at 30 minutes, 11 seconds. And he's going to go straight up to turn that bottle in. And there's Arsahags with glance for stone. Yeah, runnable giant in front of loose, that's a lame spike tile. I've got to take a moment. My laundry just buzzed.
Hangry's still hunting for that loose canoe. Looks like he's heading to Canaria first. Hopefully I'll check Topher next before going to Dwarf Cave. And Wildham and Lefane.
And Lefane gives us the cube. That's vanilla, if I'm remembering things correctly.
It's the chime and is vanilla, but
Okay.
same location, basically.
It's the other half.
Yeah.
And Hangry heading in to find that canoe. Find that canoe in Temple of Fiends locked. Meanwhile, what did that bottle lead to? What did that bottle lead to? Loot. Bottle was loot. Thank you. As I said, my laundry buzzed, so I had to go and grab it. This is what happens when you do comms on your day off.
Wildham's searching all the grind tiles. See what he can find in the desert.
And we've got steak and wings. Steak and wings, was that the first encounter off of the reset?
Yes.
That is a very viable grind.
Definitely better than Ankylos.
Steak and wings is a fully viable grind.
Wildham makes very short work of the pillar maze.
Hangry is going back through Hangry's going back through Earth Cave now. Wildham is up in Ordeals and gets the Oxyale. And that's an Agma tile.
Wildham's just a chime away now from go mode.
But Rubes, we've gotten both loose items, so C is not the play. Yeah, waterfall and sky has to be the bonk. Wildham looks like Wildham's going to go back and do that blue D grind. You don't have to find a perfect grind, you just have to find a good enough grind. Yeah, that's got to be it. It's got to be a blue D grind. And that's going to be a full black belt. That's going to be a black belt grind. I don't know that I... With this party composition... Well, of course, also it depends on what kind of armor you found, what kind of armor and weapons you found.
Not entirely sure what kind of gear he has right now, but this could give Hangry a chance to catch up if he's going to grind that black belt up.
Well, Goats says it's strange, but at the same time, you haven't really found a better grind except maybe the first step, Steak and Wings. If Steak and Wings is first step, if Steak and Wings is the first step encounter, I think Blue D grind is a terrible choice. I think the Steak and Wings grind is the right choice.
Well, the Blue D will be a one round fight, and he doesn't have to save and reset every time, so it's going to save a little bit of time.
But it's not. But the XP, the difference in XP is so big.
Let's see what's he getting. He's going to get about 6,300 on a solo grind from here, and the Steak and Wings is only worth about 8,000 or so. So the difference isn't that big. I think this is probably the better grind.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know the Blue D numbers. I didn't know the Blue D numbers because it's not a grind I ever take.
They're generally a little too beefy to be good. More dangerous, yeah. a lot more dangerous than something like an Eye or an Agama, who are even less XP, but they're much safer generally.
Agamas never work out well for me as a grind. I know they're supposedly one of the great grind tiles, but they never work out for me as a grind. They're always either too beefy. They always end up being either too beefy or they have some awful spell or skill at the top of their script.
I only notice that more with Agamas than I do with Eyes, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, script shuffle hurts with something like an Agama that in vanilla doesn't have much of a script.
Right.
But helps a lot with Eyes that are dangerous because of their script.
That makes sense.
So the chance of it having a nasty script is very low. Is lower. And Wildham is going to have that solo grind. There's 21. Now, how high do you take this grind? Do you take it all the way to 42?
I think if your win condition is the black belt, I think you got to take it up at least to the high 30s and walk and grind the rest of the way. He's still got
Yeah.
Sky and C
Still
where he
got
can gain
Sky
a
and
few
C.
levels. I'd say mid 35 to 37 would probably be good to get to 42 by Topher.
That sounds about right to me. And I mean, walking grind Sky is probably 4 levels, probably 3-4 levels right there.
And of course, with the Thief lead, he could always go ahead and take it to 42 and just run from everything and blast through everything else. So maybe that's the way to go too.
I don't recall seeing either of our runners try ice yet.
No, I don't believe they have because they got the canoe so late. After that loose hunt, they both headed to the north.
So it could be waterfall, it could be ice. Where did Wildham get the Oxyale? Was that from the bottle turn-in? Or bottle was loot.
Oxio was ordeals.
Okay, that's it. Oxyale was ordeals. Angry not remembering that he's gotten the Sage's item. What was that penalty? Yes, I will agree with Rubes. Wildham should be okay as long as manages to not run out of heal pots. Yeah, definitely should take off the brace. Definitely should take off the Cheerio at this point. His natural armor's, that black belt's natural armor is going to be a lot better than what the Cheerio gives him.
Up to 33 now. We'll see how far he's going to take it.
Yep. Angry is checking key locks. Looking for that canoe. And Angry's running around finding the canoe. I don't think he Hangry must not have. Yes, Hangry does have rod, bottle, and floater. Thank you, Wilkliosis. So I will remind everyone, please give these runners a follow. They are they do a great job. They're doing a lot for letting us restream them. Yep, Hangry's not.
I don't think it's dawned on him that he hasn't checked the Topher luck just yet.
Yeah, it can't. It must have. It must not have dawned. Because Hangry's checking everywhere else. Okay, Hangry had not turned in the crystal. So turned in the crystal for the slab.
Which probably has him more confused at this point.
Yeah. It is Solario X. This is a missed chest experience.
Oh, and he's skipping it again.
And he's heading away from it. Wildham is headed up to Waterfall.
Reverse waterfall, my favorite thing.
And thank you for the raid, Speed Gaming Prime. The party of 121. Welcome. Ham does have both loose items. Canoe and Temple. Oh. Damage Poison Giants. Damage Poison Giants got him right in front of... And that's Chime. Welcome, X-Blazy. I hope this is Final Fantasy Randomizer. So these guys are doing. So everything has been randomized. All the chests have been randomized. All the key items have been randomized. We have certain locations that are known to be incentivized. Wildham is in go mode. And Hangry has got the menu stare. Because he's trying to think of where he hasn't been. What he hasn't checked. And is he going to come up with Temple of Fiends? Oh! Ghost starting off with glare. Fortunately, Wildham has one punch mode active.
Black Belt still has a solid chance of getting through here by himself.
Yep.
Move the Bane Axe. Surprised at that. I think
Well,
I'd rather
8
take
hits
the...
for 1127 on a water elemental.
Yeah, I think I'd rather take the guaranteed damage from the Black
Yeah.
Belt.
I think I'll take One Punch mode over the chance to insta kill. I'll take the guaranteed insta kill. Yes, Rubes, glare ghosts because ghosts aren't bad enough already.
Looks like he thought better of the Bane Axe and is punching away right now. And down goes Kraken.
And now Wildham's gonna raise up the Red Mage and the Thief. And Hangry is headed. Yes, Hangry does have Earth Orb. Does he? Oh no! First step desert encounter is an Ankylo. So that is not worth the grind. Yes, Canuck does have Earth Orb. Okay. And that is Eye Mages. Now, is Wildham even going to get the... Yes, Wildham is going to get the... incentive item, which has to be the tail. No, it's Bonk. Then where's the tail? That's the Bonk. Where's the tail? No, Ordeal's had Oxyale.
Ice.
Ice.
Nobody's been to
no one's
ice
done
yet.
ice. No one's done ice. Tails in ice. Yeah, there's a 4 rock goal fight. No, tails not the... No, the 2 loose items were TNT. In Dwarf Greed. And Canoe in Temple of Fiends Locked. And Wildham entering the Bridge of Destiny. Those 4 R Hydras, that's nice XP.
Yeah, they usually fall to a single Ice 3 spell, if you have it. And they're not too dangerous, usually.
And we've got a Tia. 6 for 216.
Tempering the Black Belt. Does that even do anything for the Black Belt?
Yes, it does.
I did not
And
think
that black-
strength affected his damage.
And that is a That is a level 42 black belt as well, and that is an air orb. And here comes Hangry back to, and there's the canoe. And Wildham now heading down and doing Volcano. And Go Mode Volcano is real fast.
Oh, it always feels good to not have to run to not have to open chests there.
Okay, I can never tell when carry floor is reversed.
So
and
the staircase
does get the canoe.
The staircase is off-centered. Normally it's off-centered to the right.
Okay.
If it's off-centered to the left, it means it's flipped.
There's Carrie.
And there goes Carrie.
7, and there goes Carrie.
The Wildham should be on his way to Temple of Fiends now. Going to stock up on potions, I'm assuming. Oh, revive the rest of his party.
Oh. It's an ablative shield. Hangry heads for ice. Wildham burns off that one encounter, that first step encounter, and starts the hero run into Topher. That's a nice hero run, too.
It is.
And that's the 4 gas D fight that... And the Phantom Tile is a seafood special.
No nuke lobsters, it's okay.
And Wildham making his way. Blizzard Wizards, yeah. Unrunnable worms with damage poison.
It's not fun to see.
Anything unrunnable with damage poison is not fun to see, but One Punch mode is active.
I think at this point in the seed, it's pretty unpleasant to see anything unrunnable.
Yeah.
You want to conserve as many resources as you can for those last few fights.
But being able to one round that unrunnable pack is a good thing.
Not bad XP to put on those other characters that are lagging behind. Every little bit of
Right.
HP helps.
And Lich 2
Lich 2 is smeared all over the walls as Temple of Fiends now, thanks to that black belt.
Yep. Lich 2 is done. Now, Fire Floor. Here's Carry 2. Carry 2 can be more of a challenge. And Hangry finds that tail. There's Carry 2 down. And now Wildham on water floor. Now Kraken 2 is a challenge. Because Kraken 2 likes to do some really awful things.
He does have the black mage or the black belt in the mage spot.
And Kraken 2 nuclear. Kraken 2 starts with nuclear.
A lot of times, Kraken 2 starting with nuclear is better than the alternative.
Well, yeah, it's better than starting with punch.
Starting with 8 hits for 1,500 damage.
Yeah, it is better than starting with punch.
Kraken 2 goes to black belt school.
Well, and Tia 2 is often also an ugly fight. Damage poison worms.
Ooh, a 3-pack of them.
Yep. But manages to run. Ooh, that is not pretty, that Tia 2. That was a tough fight. And just run away from those rock goals. Down goes the ablative fighter. And here's Chaos. Ruse Stick and Temper. Yes, Temper does work on the... Temper ups the attack power, not the strength. So, Temper works.
Gotcha.
6 for 948. And Red Mage does not get that last Temper off. And that'll do it. 105.38. A victory for Wildham. Yeah, that is a fairly low roll for Chaos. Get your GGs out in chat for Wildham. That is... I have not necessarily kept up. Is this the first race for both of these runners, I wonder? me see if I can find the... Let me see if I can find that.
It is
Yes,
Wildham's
this is...
second race. It's Hangry's first.
Okay, it is Wildham's second. Wildham is now 2-0. Hangry goes to 0-1. The other two racers in this pod are Danny3883 and Solar Axis GG. I believe Hangry races Danny later tonight. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that in the... Stay tuned for that in our Final Fantasy I Randomizer Spring Tournament, the Kraken Games. There is another race coming up in about an hour today. Let me find the schedule. Let me find the schedule again. There's another race coming up in about an hour on this very channel. That is Dusk Plume versus Angel FM from Pod J, from Pod Jimera. We've got Pod I on SG3 at about an hour and a half after that race at 5 o'clock Eastern. That is Sonny Wrath and Zenobian. And yes, Danny and Hangry race tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. Guardian Marcus and Clyman Titus at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. And Crab Cakes and Rojo at 9. And Life Reboot and JLo 7 at 10. All of those times Eastern. So...
Some good races coming up tonight.
Yeah, some
everybody
really
should
good ones coming up tonight.
Everybody should tune in and check out some more of our runners.
A big shout out to both of our runners, Wildham and Hangry Canuck. To the Speed Gaming to the Speed Gaming community for helping us restream, and most especially to my partner today, Papa Ducks, for tracking and also filling in some with some commentary. You got any final thoughts on the seed?
That was a rough one for Hangry, but I've seen he's a good runner. He'll bounce back from this. Good games to Wildham, good game to Hangry. Thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting us. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and check us out later for some more races.
Yeah. That canoe was the killer. That getting the damage poison on the giants before he could get the run off to get to the canoe. That was the deciding factor. That loose canoe was in fact rough. So on behalf of the Speed Gaming community, on behalf of our two runners, Hangry Canuck and Wildham, and my partner in the booth, Papa Ducks, this has been DM Stewart 1981. Everyone have a great day.